In 2018, we embarked on the journey of a lifetime, living and traveling full-time in our self-converted van.
We're gonna go for it.
Join us as we continue to explore the beauty around us, one adventure at a time. Here is the gate at the Water Management District, and it's a combo lock. Once you get your combo in, you're going to give this a good tug and the gate should open.
Today we are in Florida. This is Dupuis Campground and it's part of the Florida Water Management District campsites. So it is reservation only, but it is free and it has tons of amenities. And this is arguably the most popular free campsite in the state. That's due to the location. We are only 42 miles away from Palm Beach, Florida, and 5 miles away from Okeechobee Lake. And there is just tons of things to do in this area. So these 28 campsites stay full during most of the tourist season. And meanwhile, we're gonna take it easy and enjoy the campsite.
There are alligators in here, well, at least one. I saw it jump into the water as I approached. But they're extremely hard to see because of the tall grass. And I'm not going to get any closer.
Today is a work day and we don't show you this very often, but we got a mess of things going on. So I'm working on sticker orders, end of the year patron letters. This is round 2. I'm attempting to work on a new intro and Dave's helping me.
Yeah, I'm writing the letters, the patron thank you letters, the end of the year. We really appreciate the support. I just wanted to say today is like an extremely hot day. It's 87 degrees, 98% humidity. So it's a hot one here in Florida for the month of January.
And Roodle's just down here on the cool floor.
Hanging out.
Once we get our work done, then we get to play at the end of the week. So we're enduring the hot days, getting work done. So the weekend is all play.
Looking forward to that.
This is a horse paddock. There are several of them here. And the camp host said that we could bring Roodle in, assuming there are no horses close by. And Roodle can run off leash. Yeah, you like that, huh? Oh, you like running off leash? Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Roodle, the labradoodle. He's got a traveling van and a master plan that show you it all if you throw him his ball. He's Roodle.
Good boy.
He's Roodle.
I did want to show off some of the rules here at the campground, so if you want to, you can pause this and read through them just to see if these all work for you. You can also not fly a drone here, and it's not posted, and it also says on my drone apps that I can fly, but if you look at the website, no drones allowed. So make sure you check out the website as well. I wanted to give you a quick walk around and show you this campsite, and just keep in mind this all is free, and there's a lot of amenities to talk about here. It does start off near the road, but as you get closer to the campsites, that noise quiets down. First off, here's the dump station with water. You can hear a big truck going by. And then we start walking into the campground a little bit here, and the first thing you'll notice is there's a lot of fencing, because this is a equestrian campground, and it has equestrian areas and non-equestrian areas. So you'll see a lot of things that have to do with horses, and it's very popular for people that have horses because there's a lot of places to keep your horse here and trails to take them on. And you'll see these spigots throughout the park, and they're marked with blue paint, and this is all drinkable, potable water. And all these do work. And if you have a dog that doesn't get along with horses, this may not be the campground for you, because there's a lot of horse activity here. What I'm looking at right now is a fenced in area. They call it a paddock. I think of it as a corral, but I'm not a horse person. So this is an area where they can bring their horses to get exercise and to hang out throughout the day. And there's a barn back in the distance. Lots of picnic tables, fire pits. And this is a stable right here off to the right. And as we keep walking here, you'll notice that there's some dumpsters up ahead. That's always nice to have. You usually don't see that at free campgrounds. I know we sure appreciate it. And as we get closer, we're moving in to the showers. And that's the shower building, and I'll take you inside and just give you a quick look. All right, so this is the bathroom, and it's a shower. And anytime you see this at a free campground, it's pretty awesome. Nice, big, hot shower. And that was quite a luxury here. There is a camp host here right now, and they are active, and it has been nice because there is a no generator rule after 11 o'clock. And they have been going around and enforcing that, so it has been nice and quiet at night. And as we move past the camp host, now we're into the actual camping area. And there's a total of 28 sites here. And there's a good mix of ones that are in the shade and ones that are in the sun. So I'm pretty happy with it. A lot of them are just pull on the grass areas with picnic tables and fire pits. But there are a few scattered out on the edges if you want more privacy. And this is a good campground because, you know, it's in a fenced area with a gate, with a lock on it. So if you have a pull trailer, you can see a lot of people are just leaving their trailers here for the day, and then they're going into town, or they're going to explore, or they're going to the beach, and they don't have to worry about anything going on with their trailer. And once again, that's thanks to there actually being a camp host here. This is one of the campsites that's on the outskirts, but it is closer to the road, so there's a lot of road noise here. But I did want to show you that right across the fence is a hunting area, and they have a cleaning station. And the cleaning station, you can hang animals and clean them, and I have noticed, depending on which way the wind is going, that there is some smell coming off of it. So this is probably not a campsite I would want. This is campsite number 21. And it's probably why it's open right now. There are a couple of these nice picnic areas that are covered. This one is for handicap. Pretty cool setup. And there's an area here where there's pretty good for tent campers. It's a little bit closer in parking, and also vans like us. Really nice spot at the end out there in the open in the sun, and then there's a lot of shaded places like this tucked away in the trees. And this pretty much rounds out my campground walk, but I did want to give you just a closer look at what this place looks like. I've heard other people talk about the water management areas and the camping, but I haven't seen anybody really show in depth what you're getting into. And I'm pretty happy overall. There are 2 wells on the property. We're right next to one of them. So I have seen people getting buckets of water and washing their RVs and vehicles. And we ended up taking one of the open spots here, so we could take full advantage of the sun, but there's plenty of a mix of open and shady. I know Roodle loves it. Pretty cool setup. Hi Roodle. How you doing? Did you see me all the way through the trees? Oh, that's your orange thing. That's your orange thing, Roodle. Oh boy. I bet you want to catch it. I bet you want to catch it. Good catch. Good boy.
First reserved this campground, I could only get 2 days, and then I went back and looked just to see if there were any cancellations, and I got 5 more days. So we get to stay a full 8 days, which is the allowed maximum stay at this campground, which means that we get to explore the area.
Yeah,
that's nice. So we're gonna go find out what we can get ourselves into.
Yeah, and at least in the 50-mile range around the campsite, I think.
Yes. We are at Lake Okeechobee, which only happens to be 4 miles from the campground. So this is a perfect spot to come for a picnic, to watch the sunset.
Just hang out for the afternoon.
Hang out for the afternoon. Or go bass fishing.
Yep, it's known for one of the most, or the best bass fishing, one of the best bass fishing lakes in Florida.
Yeah, so this lake has some pretty unique features. This is the largest lake in Florida. It's 730 square miles,
And when you're standing on one shore, you cannot see the other shore.
Yeah, it looks like a giant Great Lake or maybe an ocean, but it's only 9 feet deep.
Yeah, that is crazy. It looks beautiful from up here on the dam, but if you get down to the water's edge, it's pretty mucky, chocolate brown color.
What I think is most interesting about this is there's a Okeechobee waterway, and the waterway goes from Fort Myers, which is on the Gulf Coast, all the way to Stuart, which is on the Atlantic Ocean.
Now that's 154 miles.
Yeah, and there's 5 lock systems that adjust the water level, so you can take a boat from one side all the way to the other. And we're at one of the locks right here at the lake right now.
Yes, and you know how we love boats, so this was a big surprise to us when we stopped in here and we got to see the boats go through the lock. You can swim in this lake, but you would be swimming with something like 30,000 alligators.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that. There's nobody out there swimming. There's nobody water skiing.
So from here, I think we're gonna maybe check out Stuart.
Yeah, let's go into town and check out Stuart.
Absolutely.
We stopped by Publix grocery store and we picked up some sandwiches and a little picnic lunch and made it to Bathtub Reef Beach.
It's gotta be warm, right?
Yeah,
Bathtub.
just outside of Stuart.
And it's dog friendly.
As long as your dog's on a leash, yes. Yeah.
Our friends Ed and Sue, who sailed a catamaran all around the world.
Yep.
They told us that since we're so close to Stuart, we have to check out Stuart and take the boardwalk on the St. Lucie River. And that's where we are today.
Yeah, you'll notice this is a really cool boardwalk. Not only are you out in the river, but there's no railings on it, and I've never seen a boardwalk like that.
Yeah, I walked a little too close to the corner right there. But there are restaurants along the river, and today is Sunday, and they have the farmers market craft fair from 9 to 2. So that's where we're headed, and I think we're gonna end up at the Marina, which, you know,
I can check out the boats.
Dave loves.
Here you go, buddy. Oh, yeah. Oh, boy, Roodle.
He likes the mahi skin.
That's a treat, right?
You got some fish treats? Yeah. Those are beautiful.
You've got the mother of pearl oysters right there. These are a little bit older, a little discounted, but still a blue oyster or gray oyster. These are like some of my favorite. I use those in the restaurant.
Are these local? Because I think I've seen some of these.
Yeah, it's actually really easy to grow oyster mushrooms, comparatively speaking. We have a really nice climate for them. The pink oysters actually grow naturally here. This is like one of the best. And this tastes like bacon if you fry it nice and hard.
Okay.
It's awesome, yeah.
Well, that was one of the best farmer/craft markets we've ever been to.
I agree. That was, it had a lot of really healthy stuff like mushrooms. That was the biggest selection of oyster mushrooms I've ever seen.
Yeah, a lot of natural things.
Yeah, sea moss and honey, elderberry syrups, and it just goes, the list goes on. Super cool market.
Lots of handmade items.
Yep.
So we're gonna leave now. We're gonna head over to the marina and check out some boats. But look at this cool bridge. Actually, this is Highway 1 above us, but you can walk out and fish along here. That's really cool.
Yep.
All right, let's head to the marina. So check out this restaurant. This is Sailor's Return. And you can bring your boat, dock it anywhere along here, go to the restaurant.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. And this is a big marina, and there's a lot of really fancy boats here.
So you're gonna pick out which one you want?
Yep, I'm gonna pick out which one I want. There's too many boats to pick from, but I do like this catamaran right here because it's super wide, so I'm thinking it's gonna handle well at slower speeds, and it has a sail. But I mean, there's just so many good choices out here. Nice deck on the stern here to hang out and enjoy the day. And an awesome life raft or dinghy.
Ones we can afford.
Yep, finally found some boats that are more in our price range here. And these are dinghies or life boats on some of the boats in the marina and some of the boats anchored out at the mooring balls. So they're coming in to get supplies, maybe a hot shower, go out to a restaurant, but this is their transportation from their yacht or their sailboat. Of course, if money was no object, I would probably go for this one. It's got an upper and a lower deck. I like the fact that there's no canvas or cloth buttons or anything that's gonna get destroyed by the wind or waves or sun. And it's got just awesome windows. That might be the dining room or the bedroom, I don't know, but it's pretty darn fancy. It's big enough to handle rough seas and be more than comfortable for I don't know how many people. It's huge.
I might not get seasick on this one.
Nah, you still would. I mean, people get seasick on cruise ships, so.
That's huge.
But it's pretty sweet.
We'd have to invite like 100 of our friends to come sailing with us.
Absolutely. That's what a boat like that's for. My favorite thing about this campground is the location. We are super close to Stuart and the beach, and some very nice beaches at that.
Yes, absolutely. The location is prime, and you have hot showers.
Yeah.
So you can't pass that up.
No.
It's free. Now this is the South Water District. You have to go online. Remember, every water district you have to create an account. You create an account, go online, and you have to reserve this. Now, this is a very popular site. They would say arguably the best free camping in
Florida.
Yeah. And the word is out. Everybody knows about it, so it's usually booked out a couple months in advance.
Now, if it is
don't give up.
Yeah, don't give up, because there is cancellation. So, and we were able to get in a few extra days than we had planned just because somebody had canceled.
Yeah. So you are allowed to stay 8 days here. Let's go into, I guess, rig size.
Yeah, you can stay 8 days here at one time, and then a total of 30 for the year. So you have to have a 24-hour gap in between that. So for rig size, any size rig can fit in here. There's a total of 28 sites, so it's pretty generous.
It's first come, first serve, so there's a lot of site hopping. As people leave and want the prime sites, you just kind of move around.
It's a good mix of sun and shade, so if you need solar, this could work for you. If you want to stay cool in the shade, that also works. There's picnic tables, there's fire pits, there's drinkable water, there's a dump station, there's dumpsters, so it's a pretty long list of amenities.
Yeah, and hot showers.
And hot showers.
Absolutely. Now this is an equestrian center, so if you are allowed to bring 2 dogs per permit.
Okay.
If your dogs don't do well with horses, I would highly suggest rethinking this location.
Yeah, and that's why your dogs have to be on leash at all times. Now, we were able to talk to the camp host and get permission to have Roodle off leash in certain areas at certain times, so it is possible, but most of the time your dog's going to be on leash.
Yeah, if there weren't a lot of horses and some of the paddocks were empty, we were allowed to take him in there because we could shut the gate, he'd be fenced in. That's where he played his ball off leash, and he liked his morning routine that way.
And if you have horses, this is definitely a destination location because there's all kinds of places to keep your horses. It's all set up for horses. There's trails.
There's 2 stalls, 2 barns.
There's 1 barn I saw.
What are the little things that
2
have?
stables.
Oh, stables.
Yeah, and a whole bunch of what I call corrals, but are actually paddocks.
There's like 30 different areas where you could put your horse and they could just walk around off leash.
Off halter, off lead, off lead. There are trails here, but they are geared more towards horses. So when I ventured out on them, they're pretty sandy and they're pretty rough, so we didn't do too many trails.
If you need supplies, the nearest town is about 11 miles away. It's Indian Town. And then if you want a bigger city with all the services, everything, then you're gonna have to drive about 28 miles into Stuart.
And it's a nice, quick, easy drive. We did it. It didn't seem that far at all.
No, I completely recommend going into Stuart, going downtown, checking out the boardwalk, going to one of several beaches there. And they're dog-friendly beaches as well. You do have to have your dog on a leash, but super worth it.
Yeah. All right. I will say there's a swamp creature that lives in the swamp out here.
There is something at night. Every once in a while you hear it. I think it's an alligator, but
it is loud. It sounds like a dinosaur.
Yeah, I've never heard the sound before. This is the first for me.
Dave woke me up. He thought it was me snoring.
I didn't know. All right, well, I think that's it.
I think that's it. I think we covered it.
All right, we hope you enjoyed this video. We hope you come here and experience this for yourself because the location is top notch. And we will see you next week.
If you would like to support our channel, please consider becoming a patron. Or check out our new merchandise at oneadvantureatatime.com. We also have stickers available in our website store. Thank you for watching.